Hello, ARC family. Welcome to the ARC journey. Today, I wanted to just share with you some of the excitement that I have of the upcoming leadership um, class, discussion class, podcast class that Mike has put into place. It is an opportunity for us to gather together on Zoom to be able to talk about podcasts, different things that we're hearing and learning as we are sharing together in a cohort, what God has been doing and saying to us in our lives, how he is using these different podcasts or this particular podcast to speak to us. So Mike is going to be assigning a podcast for the group to listen to. This week's or Friday is our very first launch one. And we are talking, after listening to Carey Nieuwhof's Leadership Podcast number 337 with Steve Cuss. We are going to talk together. It is at 10 o'clock in the morning on this Friday on Zoom. And he picked for us a really good a launch. It's managing leadership anxiety. And so there's some anxiety out there. Leadership always has its own anxiety, and with these changing times, with all this innovating, pioneering, moving forward, all these different things on our plates. There's lots of anxiety out there. So how do we deal with it? How do we manage it? It is going to be an interesting discussion. I thought it was very insightful. The podcast was very insightful. Steve Cuss had a lot to say about that, and his experience brings a lot to the table in his being able to talk and share. And he has, and coincidentally, he has a book out with the exact same name, Managing Leadership Anxiety. So if you have the opportunity, I think that this is going to be a great new learning tool. This will be a discipleship tool for us, joining together as a cohort, as pastors and leaders, just to be able to talk about the things that we're hearing and talk about what God's saying to us. What is he pouring into us through these? And the podcast itself is it's just about an hour long. Easy to pick up. If you've never done it, go to Apple or iTunes to podcast, type in Carey Nieuwhof Leadership Podcast, and it is podcast number 366. Take a listen to it. If you didn't get a chance to listen to it, want to just pop in and join us for the conversation and discussion and get onto the list or into the rhythm of being able to join us in doing this as we move forward. I think this is going to be a great opportunity, great learning cohort for us as we move forward. Thank you, Mike, for setting it up. Of course, thank you, Carey Nieuwhof and the team for sharing this information with us, putting it out there. What a great tool in a time when we're not just in a time when we're distant, but just a new tool for us to be able to dig into. If you haven't done any podcasts, there's a gob of them. And some of them are really, really good. I know that I'm trying to listen to 5 or 6 per week, keeping up on discipleship, leadership development, on theology, on mission. There's just a bunch of them out there that are really solid, really good. And we're checking into, and certainly worth us gathering together as leaders and talking about. So that's what I had to share with you. Hope to see you on Friday. If you're interested, let me know, and we will send you the link for the Zoom so that you can connect. And you can look in the description below, and we will list the podcast that we will be discussing on Friday at 10 a.m. Okay, thanks, and have a wonderful week. Keep shining. Bye-bye.